ghostly figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night, hopes and fears written in gold, truth appears.
Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, Angelina. Good morning, entire freaking universe. How's it looking outside? So, yesterday, in the 70s, 6 o'clock, we were walking through the woods. We were communing with the trees. And we realized it was 6 o'clock and so much sunlight out still. Good groggy morning to you, Jenny. So, yeah, it was such a nice walk through the woods yesterday. Walking down to a creek, playing with a dog. Oh, man. So, looks like spring is about to sprung. Although, we live in Maryland. And what that means is that we could still have 2 more snowfalls before April. But today's going to be in the 70s also, so I always get excited by spring. So I hope everybody had that amazing weekend. A chance to get out and do something nice for yourselves. And what are we doing here? So again, welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection, our daily inventory and chance to check in with the universe and a reminder to take a breath. So, this is our chance to just remember that we can start our day any way that we want. Get ourselves comfortable, have our feet flat on the floor. Roll our ankles. Oh gosh, I never knew how good that actually felt until I started doing this. And then butt doing the kitty dance, make sure it's comfortable. Check in with the breath. Where are the shoulders and the neck? Oh my goodness. So, and with spring sprunging, means I'll be doing more readings for people because the winters are always kind of slow. I focus on classes. But now I really miss that steady flow of reading for people. So, again, it's our chance to check in with the universe, see if we have starting our days with anything negative. And if we're starting our days with something negative, it's good to be able to take a look. And when we look at the tarot, it is kind of a mirror. It's where the universe holds up a mirror, asks us, what do we see? But it's a chance to just, if we acknowledge it this morning before we get out, then maybe if something happens during the middle of the day that would normally trigger us, we just go for an extra breath somewhere. So let's see what the universe does have for us. Groggy, foggy morning. Oh, feel that light switch click. So, what am I going to do first? I'm going to make our 3 stacks. It's like each one's a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path. This conversation will take us down a totally different path than this conversation. And the question is, which string do we want to pull? Today, let's take the top stack, or what I like to think of as things that are right in front of us. So I'm going to do our 3 and 1. Flipping each card over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. And as I always kind of say, it's like, this is the exciting part, because I always wonder what that first card's going to be. You know, the cards really are. So when we come together as a group, we all really have the same basic senses. You know, we all feel feelings the same, some more extreme than others. And so when we see the cards and come together, it really is coming together in something that we can share. Like with the Queen of Coins. So coins, this is when we're dealing with home, health, finances, all the things that keep us grounded. And queens are that nurturing empathy side of us, the one that makes sure that the people around us are taken care of. Queens are the element of water. Queens are our emotions and our feelings. You know, we're not just looking through for facts and things like that. We're seeing through the eyes of empathy. Court cards are not male or female. It's masculine energy, feminine energy. This is when Mina not feeling well, where I will surprise her with a cup of tea. I might bring her something, her breakfast in bed. It's that empathy side that we have. And coins, again, it's also making sure that, we go to work, but it's not just about, how horrible every day is. We have to get up and go to work. It's what is the positive side. So the Queen of Coins is about our nurturing side. So let's take a look at the next card, which is the Three of Cups. And threes are growth. Okay, so as they sometimes say, 1 + 1 = 3. 1 is a seed. 2, we're making choices. And when we make a choice, we have that 3. So threes are about growth. Cups are the element of water, and so that's our spirituality, our health, our feelings, our emotions. And so it's about an emotional growth, a direction, a giving. This is about giving today, about nurturing people around us so far. But let's see what we have with the next card, which is the Four of Cups. So this is a very water element day. So fours are like the four legs on a table. Fours are about being stable, stability. Fours is a lack of motion. So there's a couple ways to look at this. When we're the Queen of Cups, we do give a lot. We want to give a lot. And then 3, this is like an arrowhead where we're moving forward. Good morning, silent night. So 3 is where we do have that growth. 4, fours, if cups are the element of water, what happens to water when we sit still? Well, sometimes if we don't have our lake with an outlet with water flowing out and a fresh outlet, inlet of water coming from a stream, sometimes we stagnate. But other times, it's good to have a stillness. So that's why we want to see what this card is here, so we can get a full understanding of what's going on. But again, this is a very watery spread. So the advice card is the Two of Wands. And wands are fire, energy, creativity, and action. So again, we have our nurturing side and we give. And sometimes, though, we're doing the same repetitive things over and over. And certain areas might stagnate, whether it's in our relationship, our home. We just get used to things being the way they are. And so we have the Four of Cups, and it's not a negative thing per se. It's just sometimes we stop looking for different outlets. Again, we have an inlet coming into our lake. We have an outlet going from our lake, right? And that's what keeps our lake fresh and water flowing. But sometimes when we don't give ourselves an outlet, sometimes we give and we give and we give, and we are giving so much we forget to give to ourselves that sometimes we find that we stagnate. And with cups, that may be that we have For example, our artistic side or our spiritual side. Sometimes it's so easy to focus on other people that sometimes we forget it's okay to be selfish and look at what we need, and sometimes to even ask what we need. So with the advice card of the Two of Wands, twos are about choices, it's about balance, and wands are about taking an action. So when we are in some aspects of our lives giving to other people, are we ignoring other choices where we are so focused on somebody else or something else or work or just getting home and stuff that we're not looking at our other choices, our other actions, our other, what are the things that really fire us up? So when we have twos, it's about balances and choices. Yes, we want to give to other people. Yes, we want to be nice. But we need to take a look also at ourselves and those things that fire us up. Those things that give us our creativity, our passions. And not just stare at them. Because threes are about movement. So if this is the Three of Wands, then that's saying, hey, you know what you want to do. And that's exciting because then you can actually do what those passions are, what those things are you enjoy. But when we're stuck at the two, it's like, oh, I don't know. And we focus so much on the outside stuff until we get bored. Until we're watching, we're binging 7 hours of TV over the weekend. Those things like that just kind of help us get by, but we're stagnating. Today, what is it that excites us? What is it that's a joy to us? What are the options that are put up before us and we don't even make a choice because we're kind of stuck in a rut? So today, and for this week, what is it that we've been wanting to do for a while? I mean, we do. I mean, even if you don't realize it, you go to work every day. You make sure that the bills are paid. But where might we feel in a rut? And what are the choices we have to go do something different? Because I tell you what, we have not gone for a walk probably in 2 months, 3 months because of the weather outside. We've been going to Frederick to walk around. But when was the last time we actually walked out in nature? And that's something we do all the time. So, with that today, think about the springtime. Think about the fire and energy that's coming up. And think about where we are kind of just wasting our time. And something that makes us feel good, but maybe it's time to make another choice. Take care. Have an amazing day. You're very welcome, Angelina. Thank you all so much, and I'm excited to be back here again tomorrow, and I think I'm going to go for another walk in the woods today, or something other than binging Buffy. We're now on season 5, and boy, we've been binging the heck out of it, and it's been very comforting and very Cups-like, but I think I'm going to go actually physically do something. Thanks again, and take care.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of